What's up, everybody? We got another exciting fight card this week. We got Gamrot versus Salkilld. I mean, what are we gonna do, man? Is Gamrot gonna take out another prospect, or is Salkilld gonna freaking run through Gamrot? Sometimes Gamrot's fishy because sometimes you get a Gamrot that is absolutely lights out, and other times you get a Gamrot that just gets kind of walked down and seems timid in a way, not scared to fight. Because Gamrot's a good fighter. He slow starts and then he can't get anything going. But let's break down the card, starting from the early prelims, and let's get into the main event. Last week, let me tell you guys, last week was tough. We took a couple L's, but we're not worried about it. Daniel Rodriguez, fresh out of Tijuana prison, came to another country. I'm sure it was anxiety-ridden for him. I wouldn't have wanted to leave the state. And he showed up and he fought not only the guy, but he fought the whole entire country. The crowd was going crazy trying to get Daniel Rodriguez out of there. And he showed up. He's a real man, and you give him his freaking respect. But the guy that he fought, I forget his name, I'm having a brain fart. He came out and he shocked him. He rocked him. He's a good fighter. Everybody knew that he was a good fighter, and we knew he was gonna have a hard time winning that fight. But we had to pick D-Rod just for the game, just for the clout. But we had a good fight. Also, because you guys always say he talks shit. He always talks shit about the ladies. You're always coming at me. Oh, you shouldn't always shit on women's MMA. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the women of last week's fight card came and showed up and conquered. They put on a show. I'm going to be honest. They put on an absolute spectacle of a show in Serbia. These women came to fight, and they did. And I'm giving you your props. What a performance. What a showing. It was lights out. It was awesome. Let me move this because I'm going to get loud. You guys know that I get a little amped up. Okay? You guys know I get a little fired up. So let me move that. Shout out to the women. They came to Serbia. They showed up and they conquered, and they had a great performance. I was very excited to see. Dude, it was awesome. It was fun. So let's start with the early prelims. Appreciate you guys watching the video. We got Juliana Miller and Ravena Oliveira. I'm not good with names, guys. Okay? I'm not good with names, but we're starting. I'm also not good at talking, but we're getting better. We're working on it. I've been talking outside and more in public more. So we're gonna start this with Juliana Miller. And my dog's hitting the camera. Please stop hitting the camera. Let's start with Juliana Miller. Most people remember her from winning the Ultimate Fighter. She's a grinder. She's definitely a grinder. She gets after it. She isn't usually trying to put on a kickboxing clinic. She wants to make the fight ugly, towards top control, and just get on top and just kind of smother her opponents. She can be frustrating because she's just so clinical with her takedowns and her approach to the fight game that it can be very, very frustrating for the opponents if they want to have a quick start. Juliana's going to try to make you not have a quick start. She wants to drown you out. Miller's consistency has been in question sometimes. She hasn't always been able to get her wrestling going, but it's the UFC, dude. You have to be the highest of high level, and you're going to run into people that just have great takedown defense. So that's what she's dealt with, but I think that she could probably get a few good takedowns on this one, if we're being completely honest. On the other side, you got Ravena Oliveira. She's making a huge opportunity fighting in this fight. She's coming in with a great record. She's new to the UFC, and new fighters always make their debuts. Very interesting. Okay, and not a lot of people know what she's going to bring. I think she's probably going to bring electricity. She's going to bring good takedown defense. I know that she's studying the takedowns of Juliana, so she's going to have good takedown defense. And we're going to see, for Oliveira, keeping it standing, staying disciplined, that's going to be the key. My official pick will probably be Juliana Miller by decision. It's going to be a good grind. It's going to be a slow start. Takedown stuffing. We're going to see who has a better gas tank. If Ravena can come in, have a good gas tank, shoot a couple sprawls, defend the takedowns, she has a good chance of getting her out of here. But we'll see. Let's see what we get. And we got to start the card off. You know, it always takes a few fights to start the energy in the arena, especially at the Apex. So we're going to see what happens. Then we got Louis Sutherland and Jose Mataha. These are heavyweight guys, okay? You already know what that usually means. First round knockout. Heavyweight's kind of shit. Okay, heavyweight division is shit, okay? I don't like it. It's boring. They don't do anything. They don't fucking fight, really. But Louis Sutherland's a guy who likes to move forward. Both of the heavyweight guys always like to move forward. Jose's also dangerous. Whoever lands first is gonna win. That's the scientific prophecy of the heavyweight division is whoever lands first wins the fight. If this guy hits this guy first, he's going to win. It's just straightforward. I mean, it's not the days of Cain Velasquez and all them OGs who were grinders and takedowns and slams, and Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir, all the OGs of the sport who could take a punch and fight. It's not, we don't have that anymore. These guys are just lights out power, and that's all they really do. It feels like they don't really use conditioning. They don't really use skill. They just fucking are big. I'm not trying to be shitty to the... I respect the heavyweight division. But, like, you got guys like Francis Ngannou who are just freaks. You know, I mean, if I was a Francis Ngannou, first of all, I would just look at myself in the mirror all day. Second of all, I would just swing at the stands. Because if I touch you, you're going to sleep. So I can't blame these guys. You can't blame them for using their God-given gifts. I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying it's not as interesting when both of the guys know how to not get hit, and then you're fucking swinging, and then you're tired, and then it's just a hugging match. But that's just my thing. I think Louis Sutherland's going to win by second round TKO. You got Dr. Nogosehai and Bruno Lopez. This might actually be one of the better fights on the prelims, to be honest. Nogosehai is a big light heavyweight with legitimate finishing ability. He's technical, he's skilled. And we've seen a lot of fights through his career. And when he gets going offensively, he's difficult to keep up with. He's just a strong guy, and he's technically sound. Bruno Lopez is a veteran who we've seen a lot of. And he's seen a lot of styles through his career. He's composed, he's durable, he's a great fighter. He doesn't panic when shit gets chaotic. That's what I like about Bruno Lopez. The matchup comes down to who controls the distance and who lands first. If Nagazanlai is landing first and backing Lopez up, then Lopez is going to have a long day at the office. If Lopez slows everything down, drags him into deeper water like he likes to do, then things are going to go be very interesting. I think Nagazanlai probably wins by decision. And that's all I'm going to say about that fight. Then we got Steven Asplund and Guilherme Pat. I don't know how to say his name, but I will say that we're on heavyweights, but I enjoy Steven Asplund. This guy is... Dude, his energy is absolutely contagious. This is a guy who was overweight, out of shape, doubting himself, depressed, feeling sorry for himself, feeling like shit. And you know what he did? He put his boots on, he laced them up, and he got up, and he fucking believed in himself. And that shit will give you chills. Steven is an awesome follow on Instagram. He's an awesome follow in person. He's got the energy of a madman. And he's hilarious. He lost his last fight, I believe. And he was fucking hilarious after getting roasted. His face was demolished. But he was so positive. He was just happy to be here. And it was great to see him take these things, take these humps in the road, take these obstacles that are thrown at him with a smile on his face. Because a lot of people can't say that they would do that. And especially with the limelight that he was in, being national television, UFC, like, that's pressure. And he had a lot going, and he had a rough fight, and stuff happens. UFC, this is the fight game. It happens all the time. But Steven is a great follower. He took it on the chin with positivity, humbleness. I think I'm going to take the underdog here. I'm going to take Steven Asplund. And I'm not even going to boost up Guilherme because I don't want to. I think Steven has got this in the bag, okay? I think his energy is contagious, like I've said already. I love a guy that can just lace it up on the bootstraps, get after it, lose the weight. That's hard. That's hard. Not only is it hard to just stay in shape, but it's hard to lose weight. It's hard to stay in shape. It's hard to be a UFC fighter. I can only imagine. And to be a nice guy at the same time. Congrats to Steven Asplund. I hope he gets a victory here, and I'm going to say second round knockout. And I hope he has an awesome night. Then we got Ty Miller versus Billy Ray Golf. This fight could steal the show. This is going to be an opening to the main card, I believe, unless they switch it up. I always drop the picks early, and then I see, and then the guy missed weight, and then I look dumb because I said something that it wasn't going to happen, or the fight changed to the different spaces. I'm going off of what I have now. Today's Tuesday, and we're recording this video because I want to get it out beforehand. I don't like putting it out Friday. How's people going to put their parlays in? How are people going to get excited to the fights if you're doing the media on Fridays? We're going to do the media today, Tuesday. Billy Ray Goff fights exactly how you'd expect. High pressure, aggressive striking, and he loves making fights ugly. He likes a brawl. He likes getting after it, and he isn't coming to fight anybody. He's going to try to take you out. Ty Miller is undefeated as a professional, which immediately makes this an interesting matchup. I enjoy both of these guys. I think they're both electric. Can Ty Miller keep the perfect record? Or does Billy Ray Goff welcome him to the UFC? Ty's coming up. Billy Ray doesn't want to... He's not no gatekeeper. I think Billy Ray Goff probably TKOs Ty Miller. That's my belief. I think Billy Ray is just... He's going to outclass him, and we're going to have a lot of outclassing on this card. I believe that this card could be an outclass clinic, and I have some controversial thoughts in my brain, and I'm battling with them, but I have some thoughts that I don't know, because we're not picking favorites here. We're speaking facts on this channel, and that is hard to do sometimes. Okay? It's hard to speak facts sometimes. Then we got Amanda Lemos opening up. So I think this opens up the card. I don't remember. Amanda Lemos and Alexia Dainera. I don't know how to fucking say that name. But Amanda Lemos has been fighting elite competition for a long time. She's always fighting these girls that are coming up. She's not gatekeeping, but she's fighting everybody. Amanda just fights. I feel like she fights 30 times a year. Not really, but it's just crazy. I think Alexia is a good prospect. She's a good fighter. She's coming up. She's young. She's hungry, and those young, hungry kids are ready to go. Okay, she's riding a ton of momentum and comes into this fight with a lot of confidence. Confidence is key for this. A lot of people are picking Amanda Lemos to win, but I think that Alexia could get this victory over Amanda Lemos, and I'm going to pick Alexia to win this fight. I'm not going to break it down any more than that. I think that she will win this just by spirit alone, and we're going to see what happens. Then we got Darren Elkins and Yadir Del Valle. Let me just look at these guys real fast, because I want to remember what they fucking look like. I want to remember what we got going on with this guy. Yeah, Darren Elkins is that old cat. I had to remember what Darren Elkins looked like, because I couldn't remember. I couldn't get him in my brain through Darren. I was doing the fights on the sides, but I just like talking. That's a lot more like production, so... The Darren Elkins versus Yadir Del Valle. This one's interesting because Darren Elkins has been in the UFC for a long, long time. Okay, he doesn't quit. He's made a career of surviving bad positions, dragging guys into deep water, and somehow finding ways to win, or at least making it close. That's why they call him the damage, because he just takes a lot of damage, dude. He does not care. Okay, if you've watched Darren Elkins over the years, you know that brother does not care about CTE. Okay, across from him is going to be Yair Del Valle. Young, explosive, athletic, handsome. Great opportunity. Okay, it's a great opportunity. It's all about staying disciplined for Del Valle. If Del Valle gets reckless, trying to push something, trying to force an electric knockout, Elkins is the type of guy that kind of wants that. He wants you to force it. He wants you to want to be on ESPN's highlight reel, because he's going to just counter it and take advantage of you being too excited. Because Darren's going to look like he got knocked out 5 times. He's probably going to be wobbling all over the place. But what you don't know is he's still dangerous. He's still an absolute nightmare, and he's scary. So you have to be composed. You have to be controlled. You have to have control of your emotions. But Del Valle he's not gonna fall for the Darren Elkins clown show. He's not gonna be in here at a war getting caught slacking. Del Valle's going to win, and he's going to win by second round TKO, and that's all we have to say about that. It's going to be a fun fight, but Darren Elkins is probably... Okay, good guy. Then we got Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo. I love this fight. I'm going to tell you that right now. I love Billy Quarantillo and I love Diego Ferreira. There's two veterans. I'm sorry that I'm saying his name fucked up, but I don't say names. If you're a veteran of the UFC, if you're a hardcore fan, this is the fight that you're looking for. Just this is the fight that you've been anticipating for a while. Diego has quietly built one of the better resumes in the lightweight division. The lightweight division is, he's fought killers. He's a phenomenal grappler, and even at this stage of his career, he's a little bit older. He's been in it for a long time. He's still dangerous. I mean, he just fights like it. He's just Spider-Man fighting all the bad guys, robbing the old ladies. Good pressure, high output. He's willing to scramble. He's willing to scrap, and he's gonna eat one to land one. And that's why fans like watching him fight. He lays it all out on the line. You gotta love a guy that lays it out on the line. The biggest question is, can he be stopped? Can Diego stop the fight versus Billy? If Billy keeps forcing striking exchanges and pushing the pace, Ferreira could have trouble. Okay, he could have some trouble. But I don't know. It's just two veterans, and we all love a veteran matchup. I think if Billy keeps forcing striking exchanges and punches, they keep it on the feet, it's gonna be tough to keep the output of Billy. I think Billy probably wins by decision. It's gonna be a split. It's gonna be a tough war. Now we're gonna get into the main event. Okay, I'm so conflicted with this fight because there's two fighters. Well, there's three fighters that could be in this fight. Okay, we got Mateusz Gamrot, we got Quillan Salkilld, and we have Mateusz Gamrot, the other Mateusz Gamrot. Okay, there's two Mateusz Gamrots. Okay, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. You have the Mateusz Gamrot who shows up and is a nightmare. He can't be touched. He can't be taken down. And his gas tank is elite. The dude doesn't even take a deep breath. He breathes through his nose for 5 rounds. That Mateusz Gamrot is a champion. But unfortunately, sometimes that Mateusz Gamrot is nowhere to be found. Sometimes, the Mateusz Gamrot that is a slow starter, the Mateusz Gamrot that doesn't look like he wants to be there, the Mateusz Gamrot that looks like he's clocking into his shift that he fucking hates his job at. Sometimes that Mateusz Gamrot shows up. And that's when you bet the parlay, and that's when he shows up and you're cooked. And you're cooked. And it's happened more than once. If you guys know, Mateusz Gamrot beat Fiziev. It was by injury, and it was going to be a really electric fight. But he was holding his own in that fight in the beginning. Fiziev, he was holding his own, but Mateusz Gamrot's coming off of a crazy victory that he just had that nobody thought he was going to get. Let me look up who it was, because I was like, this dude is a nut. He's a nut. And you also got to think of who he's fought. Mateusz Gamrot just fought Charles Oliveira last year, and he fought Esteban Rigovic. And he fucked up Esteban Rigovic. And that was supposed to be not a easy fight for him. And he got a 2nd round submission. Okay? If that Mateusz Gamrot shows up, you guys might think I'm crazy. But he might son Quillan Salkilld. He might put it to him. He might outvet him. Quillan just beat let's run through Quillan's record. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, everybody. I'm sorry. Quillan beat Jubilee on 312, and then he fought right back again, and he beat Yanao Osmos in a decision. And then he beat Nazarat, who we thought was going to be kind of a hard fight, in a key KO in the 1st round. And then he beat Beneil Dariush in the 1st round. But I don't think Beneil Dariush is a good fighter at all. I think Beneil Dariush sucks. No offense. I just don't think he's an elite fighter. I think Mateusz Gamrot is way more of an elite fighter than Beneil Dariush. And the class of people that Mateusz Gamrot has fought is way more. He just fought Charles Oliveira a year ago, and now he's fighting Quillan Salkilld. I wonder what the line is. Let's see what the line is on this fight, and that would help me decide, because I'm telling you guys, Gamrot is going to shoot. He's going to shoot again, and he's going to shoot again, and he's going to shoot these takedowns And Quillan's not going to be able to just get. He's not going to be able to get these electric strikes that he wants to get. It's going to be way harder to get distance on Mateusz and do something insane because this dude, he's just such an elite veteran. I am a Quillan Salkilld fan, but like I said, I'm going to check the line because I think that there could be money here. And I think that people are kind of overlooking Gamrot in a way because of the other Gamrot. Like I said, because of the Gamrot that's shown up, the Gamrot who doesn't fucking remember how to fight. Let's see the line. So we got Gamrot is going to be he's plus 110. So he's almost a pygmy, but he's plus 110. Vegas knows it too. If the Gamrot that we think shows up, that Gamrot can win. So that's what I'm going to leave it at. It's kind of a confusing thing to say. It's kind of like an indecisive, what do you want for dinner with your wife? But that's just what I'm going to leave it at. If the Mateusz Gamrot that I've seen shows up, Mateusz Gamrot at plus 110 is a steal. It's going to be a good fight card. It's going to be fun. It's at a good time. It's not early anymore, so we don't have to wake up at fucking 3 in the morning to catch the fights. We can just watch them like regular people, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. If you guys are enjoying the fight breakdowns, let me know. We also have some golf coming up. We have other content coming up. I'm just grinding. I'm getting after it. I'm just putting out all the content I want because I'm watching sports, and we got football starting, so we got a lot of stuff coming on. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching the breakdowns. Have a good day. Thanks.